One of the biggest problems people have sounding awesome on sax when you take a solo is rhythm. So put your hands up if you struggle with rhythm. Yeah, I thought so. In today's free online saxophone lesson, we're going to sort that out for you. We're going to get you playing with awesome groove, locked and loaded into the grid of the song. This is going to be a very hands-on practical lesson, so let's get straight into it without further ado. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play a backing track, and you are going to do 4 things. First of all, you're going to clap something. Then you are going to sing it. Then you are going to play it. Then you are going to write it down. They are the 4 things, okay? Clap, sing, play, write it down, which means you have to be locked and loaded into the groove. The way you're going to do it is you're going to create a 2-bar phrase, and then you're going to repeat that 2-bar phrase. That's the format, okay? Now we're going to do it in increasingly difficult rhythmic divisions, starting with the very easy rhythmic division of quarter notes, aka crotchets if you're in the weird old country of the United Kingdom. Right, here we go. The backing track is going to play. I'm going to clap something which is crotchets only. Then I'm going to sing it, play it, and then eventually write it down. Why are we going to do this? Because it's going to entrain you to play locked into the groove. Because most people are not locked into the groove. They're playing a bunch of random stuff. It's going to turn your audience off. It's going to make you sound amateurish, and it's not a strong look. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. And again. And then, importantly, you're going to stop the backing track after four bars, which shows you're in control. Now, if you can't clap something simple and memorable, you won't be able to repeat it. So that's the first thing. You also won't be able to write it down. So it has to be very simple, strong stuff that you do. Okay, I've clapped it. Now let's sing it. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba. And stop. So now we're going to play that, okay, with good phrasing. Now, when you sing it, you've got to sing it with good phrasing. So now we're going to play it with that same phrasing, and we're going to record it using your phone so that you can write it out. Here we go. I'm going to record there, play it here. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. And again. And stop. And you can stop your recording as well. So now, using your recording, if you need to, you can play it back. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. And again. So now, what you're going to do is you're going to write that down. So I'm going to go to my second screen here. And by the wonders of modern technology, I'm going to write this out. So it was ba, ba, ba. Rest, rest, ba, ba, rest. Okay? Now, you're going to achieve a lot of really cool things with this exercise. One of the things you're going to achieve is the main objective, which is staying locked into the groove with everything you play. The second objective you're going to achieve is playing strong, simple phrases, because if you can't repeat them, the next 2 bars, and you can't write them down, you're playing stuff which is too random and too complicated. Okay, grand. So there we go. That is the first rhythmic subdivision, which is crotchets, quarter notes. Now we're going to include quavers, 8th notes into the mix, and we're going to do the same process. We're going to clap something, and it should be memorable. We're going to repeat that 2-bar phrase and stop. Then we're going to sing it, stop. Then we're going to hit record on our phone, and we're going to play it with the phrasing that you sung it. Very important, with the phrasing that you sung. Then we are going to write it down, okay? So 8th notes. Let's give this a go. Oops, I'm going to clap something. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Okay, now I'm going to sing it. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Ba-da, ba, ba-da, ba, ba-da, ba-da, ba, ba-da, ba. And when you sing it, you've got to sing it with good phrasing, you know, not like la, 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 because that's not how you want it to sound. Ba-da, ba, ding, ding, ga-da, da, da, da. And now I'm going to play it, so I'm going to hit record over here. 1, 2,
3, here we go.
And stop, which shows you're in control. And you stop your recording, and then if you need to play it back, you can.
1, 2, 3, here we go.
Now, I don't need to hear more than that because I can remember exactly what I played, which was this. Ba-da, ba, ba-da, ba, ba-da. Okay, that's the rhythm I played. And if I was marking in the phrasing, it would be da-da-da, dee-da-da, dee-da, like that. Okay, great. So far, so good. Just before we get onto the 16th note version of this, let me cut back to the main screen and say that if you're enjoying the content, by the way, I'm Jamie Anderson from Get Your Sax Together. Hope you're enjoying this free online saxophone lesson. If you want some more of stuff like this, which is instantly going to make a big difference to your sax playing, how good you sound, go and check out my free Saxophone Success Masterclass. It's a whole hour of really awesome instruction, which is going to totally move the needle with your playing. It's completely free. Just fill in the old email address and it's yours, just to help yourself right there. Okay, let's get back to the lesson. And now we're going to use, this is 16th notes, which we call semi-quavers. Okay, we're going to use semi-quavers. So this is where things can really start to go awry unless you've got a really good, simple thing which you can remember as a 2-bar phrase. So let's see how I get on with this.
1, 2, 3, here we go.
Okay, now I'm going to sing it.
1, 2, 3, here we go.
Ba-da, 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 ba, ba, ba. Ba-da, 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 ba, ba, ba. Okay? Now, any little sort of percussive things you want to throw into your singing really kind of shows that you've got the groove. So, remember when you sing it, to sing it with good phrasing. And it can be on any, it really doesn't matter what note you use. But we're just doing it on one note. So we've only got one thing to focus on, which is the rhythm. Okay, now I'm going to play it, okay? Normally you'd hit record on your phone so you can play it back, but I think I'm going to be okay remembering.
1, 2, 3, here we go.
All right. So now let's write it out, and you could use the recording from your phone if you wanted to, but I think I've got this. It's going to be da-da, 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 what? Da-da, 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 4, da-da, da-da-da. All right. Now, I happen to be quite good at writing 16th note rhythms, so I know it's this, but this is another good part of the exercise. Let's just make sure that that's crystal clear. Da, 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 da. Okay? That's what it looks like. And the phrasing is da, 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 da. There you go. Hey, just as a brief aside before we go back to the lesson, 2 things. First of all, please do subscribe to the channel. It's pretty difficult to get the subs up these days. It's pretty hard to get viral videos. So if you're enjoying the content and you're not subscribed, just click the old subscribe-a-rooney button. It's completely free. And the next reed you take out of your box will work perfectly. That's karma in action. And secondly, you might have noticed I've got the old Beanwado on from Boston Sax Shop. Jack Tyler at the Boston Sax Shop sent me some cool stuff, including this reed case and his silver reeds. Now, I've been digging these the most. I've just been on tour with Wet, 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 playing every night, and I took a different reed out of the box. Every single gig and every single one worked wicked. So I'm well into these Boston Sax Shop silvers right now. Just a little aside for the geeks amongst you. Okay, back to the lesson. So, another way that you can develop this exercise is to then use different notes. And you'll soon start to see that you can hang some different notes on that groove, maybe from the blues scale, for example.
1, 2, 3, here we go.
See how suddenly you're playing a really good phrase which came from a rhythmic area. You came from a rhythmic, locked in groove. And that is why that phrase sounds good. But let's back up and play the eighth note phrase with some different notes. That's going to sound good too.
1, 2, 3. Here we go.
You know, that sounds good as well. Why? Because it's in the groove and you are locked in with rhythmic precision. I mean, even the first one where you're just using quarter notes.
1, 2, 3. Here we go.
You know, even that sounds pretty good because I'm locked into the groove with rhythmic precision. And that's the whole point of this exercise. Now, if you are struggling with any of these things, let me go back to my main screen here. If you are struggling, for example, you can't remember what you played or clapped for the 2 bars, then you need to make it simpler. All right? Think almost nursery rhyme rhythms. If you can't even feel 2 bars, then you need to back up even further and you just need to practice going like this. 1, 2, 3.
Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. Stop. That's your first port of call. All right? There's no shame in that. You know, we're here to work on your rhythm and really get it dialed in and nailed. And if that's what you need to do, that's what you need to do. It's really important to feel those subdivisions in your body. Dang, gang, gang, gang. Dang and gang and gang and gang and diggy 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 diggy. Those subdivisions need to be locked in your body so everything you play is on that rhythmic grid. And it's going to get rid of that kind of random note generator sound, which a lot of people have got when they try to improvise on things. And it's really going to make such a huge difference to how good you sound when you're improvising. So to round all this off and summarize what you've learned today, what is the problem? People have random note generators and they're not in the groove and it sounds really bad. What's the solution? Practice playing everything in the slot of the groove with rhythmic precision and groove. How do you do that? You start with 1 note and the simplest note division, and you clap something, you sing it, you play it, and then you write it down. Now, if you're all over the place, you won't be able to do any of those things, which is why you have to step it back and do simple stuff. What's the objective here? It's going to train you so that everything you play is locked into the groove of that song, and you'll never end up like noodly boodling around all over the place. Like, here's the thing that you want to avoid. This is my final little demo here. Here's what you want to avoid.
1, 2, 3.
3.
Here we go.
Okay? That's not going to fly. You're not going to sound good. Here's
1,
what you do
2,
want to do.
3. Here we go.
Locked and loaded into that groove with rhythmic precision. I could rewind that tape and I could write out everything I've played easily because it's all on a specific subdivision. So next time you take a solo, if you try and write it out and you struggle, it means you're not playing simple and you're not playing locked into the groove. That is the game changer. So like I mentioned earlier, go and check out the free Saxophone Success Masterclass. And guess what? There's a free bonus video inside the Inner Circle membership. So what's the Inner Circle membership? It's the place where I live and loads of other really cool, friendly, supportive saxophonists just like you. They live there too. They don't really live there. It's an online community, but you know what I mean. It's where you get access to me. There's Inspirational Solo of the Month. We get special guests. There's a live Q&A where you can ask me anything. There are backstage pass videos where you can find out all about my life as a pro saxophonist, and all sorts of other really, really cool stuff. So go and check out the Inner Circle membership. It's a low monthly fee for what you get, and your sax playing will really, really improve, as well as, you know, having a much better life because you're in a really cool community. All right, stop waffling, mister. Until next week, make sure that you practice hard, practice smart, and enjoy your music. Take it easy. There's spit it out. Remember. Oh, excuse me. Gosh almighty, that was rude.